Have you ever played a video game that you just absolutely loved, and that video game is followed up with a sequel, but the map or the environment from the first game is nowhere to be found? Well, that's the exact opposite of what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, this is Obi from ObSobe Gaming. You know what? I've been hogging the mic as of late. Sobe, take it away.
Zombie games. Seems like every time you turn around, there's a new zombie game these days. Zombies really have become a huge fad over the last 9 years. They have dominated our primetime TV, our party themes, and now our video games. For this episode, I'm going to focus on one series that drew us in and gave us anticipation for more. This is Sobe from ObSobe Gaming, and here comes State of Decay 2 Heartland. Sometimes, to go forward, you have to go back. It's 2013, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 have just released, The Walking Dead is topping the charts, and a relatively unknown gaming developer gives us State of Decay. This zombie survival game gave us a whole new perspective on surviving in an apocalypse, with communities made up of characters with either helpful or hindering traits, and consequences as permadeath.
Damn it! When you get in too deep and realize no one gets a second chance.
This was an experience like we never had prior. The game takes place in Trumbull Valley, and it is here that Heartland, the new DLC for State of Decay 2, takes us back.
To the future!
Heartland has been a highly anticipated addition of content that rings true with those of us that fell in love with the first game. The ability to go back to where it all started is a huge lure for this DLC. But then it went a step further and gives us two completely different storylines to choose from for play. The first storyline, and the one I chose to play, follows two women searching for Mickey Wilkerson.
I came here looking for someone important to me.
Mickey Wilkerson? Shit, yeah, of course I know him. What, you owe money or something?
These women are family of the Wilkersons, and the main character you play as is actually Mickey's long-lost daughter. The plot pulls on the search for family in a post-apocalyptic world with the many trials that come along. The second storyline option follows the unlikely pairing of an ex-con and a cop searching Trumbull Valley for Ray, a familiar voice that we had heard over the radio in the first game. They are set upon this quest by Lily Ritter.
Make it down to Spencer's Mill? Some of us are holed up at the church.
Another familiar voice from the first game, and a desire to meet the main character's hero. Now that we have the basics covered for Heartland, let's talk gameplay. To do this, I really want to focus on 3 points: the visuals, the audio, and the plot purpose that this DLC truly serves in the State of Decay universe. Let's start with the visuals of the game. The first thing I want to mention is State of Decay 2 runs on the Unreal Engine 4, which by and large gave us a huge graphical update compared to the first game. And a lot of these updates can be seen in character detail, especially the clothing. But I noticed it somewhere else too. In the first State of Decay, the render distance wasn't very far at all, and the developer used a fog as a means for dealing with it. The fog added a sense of foreboding and made us keep that on the edge feeling. Heartland also uses that fog, but at a greater distance, and though it may be further away, now it seems denser than before. This is a great visual effect to use that also doubles in invoking fear in the player. Now let's talk flashlight. This game is super creepy at night, so naturally we reach for the flashlight to restore our dimmed vision. Wrong. The flashlight offers little to no help for visibility at night, which makes traveling on foot a virtual nightmare. However, when the daylight comes, we get a fantastic view of some familiar structures made new to us all over again. Now we move to the audio. State of Decay is known for its ambient noises and emotion-evoking soundtrack, but I have to say, this isn't always a benefit. There are moments in the game that give us such an immersive experience, like the footsteps of your character changing sound with the terrain. In these moments, you feel as though it's you moving through the grass, crossing the road, or going over that makeshift bridge. But then comes the ever-present zombie growl, causing you to check your surroundings hastily for imminent danger, only to find nothing is near you and no danger is present. This game has a truly immersive audio quality, but then there are moments like performing stealth kills and the walkie-talkie starts chattering away. You wait for the realization of your presence, but it never comes.
Take a look at what I just delivered.
It's moments like this that break the immersion and truly remind you that it's just a game. And we finally reach the true plot purpose of this DLC. To discuss this, we must also talk about some aspects within the game. This DLC was designed to take us back to where it all began, but in a new way. While we are back in Trumbull Valley, our enemies exclusively consist of plague zombies, who strangely begin to respawn in cleared areas almost immediately. The base size of Jurassic Junction is so large that it completely eliminates the need for additional bases, which allows the player to focus solely on the story arc provided. The Heartland DLC provides us with 10 hours of new content, approximately 5 hours per storyline, and gives us some answers to our questions. Among the questions answered are how the plague zombies came to be, as well as a vague timeline that links State of Decay and State of Decay 2. Heartland takes place approximately 18 months after the end of the first game, and feeds directly into the campaign of State of Decay 2. The ultimate plot purpose of this DLC turns out to be a filling in of the timeline, as well as an homage to State of Decay fans with the return to Trumbull Valley. Alright guys, there you have it, State of Decay 2 Heartland. If you have Game Pass like me, it's free to download. If not, would you purchase the DLC? If you have, do you feel Heartland gave you the nostalgia factor? Are you left with more questions than answers? Please let me know in the comments down below. As always, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Sobe. See you guys next time.